two stunning Beatles. Hey you! Whoosh up everybody! Let's hear from Love Life 9 channel. And finally, I am with my beloved Lola. I was filming around while you saw. In the meanwhile, Lola was on amazing Wonder Woman festival here in Mandrem, Goa, where there was 88 women. So baby, I'm super happy to meet you and so excited to hear what was happening with 88 amazing girls there.
It's really hard to say because it's, I would say, every man's dream. What happened there is every man's dream, but it's every woman's dream too. We were just melting in togetherness and rediscovering this connection that sometimes many women don't experience that much. I would even say that India has it more than any other country I've been at, that connection between sisters. So when the Indian women gather, and we had mostly women coming from India, when they gather, there's such sweetness when Shaktis are just, jumping and dancing and just being together and just loving each other and supporting. And yeah, it was a moment. It was a moment in time where I felt like, wow, this is really beautiful and I want to have more of that.
So you were facilitating
Yeah, I
while
was.
experiencing all that amazing journey
Exactly.
with
I
all
was
of those
holding
girls.
space for a few workshops. And with the workshops I was offering, we were going quite deeply into some trauma work and
Okay.
emotional release to really empty the cup of everything that needs to come out to then fill it up with pleasure, eros, relaxation, joy of life. So it was like a beautiful dance of letting go and then filling in with joy.
Wow. So are all of those girls from India or there were some Europeans, American,
Some European,
Australians?
some American. We had a sister from California, a few from Russia, and a lot of them coming from India, and a few others. We also had a French Shakti. So there was a beautiful mix of just. And it's amazing because as soon as you step into this festival, all the labels of where you're coming from disappear because we just become this one pumping heart that is moving in the same rhythm and being really connected with the divine.
So kind of mask off immediately.
Yeah.
Nobody is pretending.
Yeah,
And
I
everybody
mean,
come together in some coherence like
yeah, I think everyone came there to just let go of any, yeah, like false ego masks and trying to be something else was just off the plate.
what I think would be interesting for the listeners. Do you think women or if it's a mixed a festival, they need to be aware of of some trauma they went through, they need to be ready to come, or they just can be in a good place and to expand the knowledge and to find people to join the festival like that, which is kind of closed? What would be the best?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think there is some kind of readiness when you already come to this festival that you don't have to really be aware. It's, I mean, if you came to this festival, that means that you are ready for something. So you have been led, directed, guided with your guides to be there for a reason. So it's not really that you need any preparation, but you are there for a reason.
I'm sure there are many who are dwelling upon it, like should I go, should I not go,
Yeah, we even had a few ladies
and
who
even finding the reasons why not to, and part of them want to go. So how to find that clarity?
Yeah, I don't think it's something that you need to feel the clarity before you like that you feel that you need to feel the full fuck yes. You know, it's just
I
it
like
just
your words.
yeah, it just takes you there. And we just even had a few sisters who were saying, I almost pulled out. I almost said no to this and I didn't come. And then it just happened and I just found myself here. So it's really
Wow.
another parallel universe that is happening
Wow.
where you're being guided to arrive to this festival happening in Goa.
So, okay, now I see. But tell me, what's the name of the workshops that you were leading?
The names, wow, I
Yes.
have to remember. The first one was called the womb healing journey.
Okay, let's stop on that. Can you give us maybe some insights, like not too much, but like maybe for some who would like to hear what is happening there, since this is like a close retreat, nobody is coming there once while you are there. That's it. So it's kind of mysterious. What's womb healing from your perspective?
Well, first of all, people can come to this festival. It's ongoing, it's annual, it's happening every year. And so if you didn't have a chance to come this year, you can come the next
Okay,
year.
but you cannot join in the middle of the retreat. You have
No,
to
well,
start
we
from the
actually,
beginning,
yeah,
kind
I
of.
mean, it's recommended to arrive on the first day, of course, to be, but we had one participant joining after, and for her, the last 2 days were just what she needed to get.
Okay.
The womb healing journey was connected with diving deeper with the Ayurvedic perspective on the cycle. So we were talking a lot about how to properly be present for menstruation and each phases of the cycle, how to really allow the nature of each cycle to show us the way, how to connect with the divine in those moments. And what I found really interesting, some of the women asked me why the women in India are forbidden to enter temples when they are menstruating, and how sometimes in the Vedic scriptures the menstruation is considered dirty and not a blessing as it is. So we were really diving deeper in where that originates from. And the fact is that the Vedas don't say the menstruation is dirty ever and that the woman cannot enter a temple because she's not good enough to be with God. It's related with that the state of a woman when she's menstruating, she is connecting with the underworld, which is the void, the darker, denser, not negative, but denser energies. So when she's in the temple with all of these different kind of mantras and influences, it can influence her not in a way that is supportive for the phase of her cycle. So it's better to really consider which kind of deities you want to be with or chant with, or who you want to call in when you're menstruating, because you're very sensitive. So because you're very sensitive at that time, it's not always good to go in the temples where there's so many energies happening. So it's a totally different perspective. And it's going away from thinking that the menstruation is bad. It's really the blessing, and you have to be more with yourself and connecting with the energies that are more supportive for this phase of the cycle. So that was really interesting to share with them, and kind of a surprise for many. And yeah, we did some connection with the womb, and we went into a very deep journey of how to connect with your womb as an oracle. So we were practicing how to have a conversation with your own womb, and how to really find the truth on your questions. So we were sharing the questions and finding the answers within. It was very beautiful.
I found those metaphysical approaches, somehow alchemical and all ancient approaches, very truthful in my personal experience. You could find the answer like unbelievable. What can unwrap for you to show you the guidance or to show you the step to literally self-heal?
So how is your connection with your womb? Well, yeah.
Well, okay, when we are with my womb, for the years I have a pain in my solar plexus that I couldn't tap on it. Why is there? So sometimes it was connected with fear, sometimes with anxiety, sometimes with something that I have to face with. And I hate that about myself. I hate that I could feel fear. And no matter what happened in me, I found the reason how to face that fear, even that was super bad for me, or environment or the group where I was into.
Why is it bad to feel fear for you?
That was a bad because I was ashamed to feel fear as a man.
Why?
As a man, because that's a weakness to feel fear.
Who, considering you?
My ego at the time of being ignorant of other things. So I collect many, I would say, like injuries and deeper wounds through the years of not being aware of how that energy can literally rips you apart inside. So last 2 years I'm working on the self-healing, literally putting the hands here, saying nice words and finding the forgiveness to myself. And I feel I'm getting better. But not just for forgiving myself, forgiving the scenarios, the people, and wow, some magic thing is happening, but only when I'm kind of present, very present.
Yeah.
With my body inside. And of course, I'm on a long journey. Many things will pop up, and I'm so looking forward to experience more, to find more mystical knowledge about life and living itself, of course.